Okay, I'll go ahead and get started. I'll put my teacher voice on for the weekend. So I'd like to welcome all of you to Chicago, specifically Des Plaines and the Methodist Campground, and I'd like to thank all of you for signing up and being a part of this year's 2016 VBBA conference. Would like to thank Gary Shipcassie, Ellie, and the rest of the Salmon for putting on what I expect to be a good conference. Really appreciate them stepping up when we had the opportunity come to us that we had someone and they backed out. Gary was the first to jump up and say, we're willing to take this on and we're willing to do it for you. So if you get a chance this weekend, thank him, let him know we really appreciate that. As of tomorrow, there will be a new president of the VBBA, so I decided to go ahead and give my presentation this morning, kind of a state of the organization type thing. I wanted to let you know what we've been doing, the things that have happened over the last few years, and where we're hopefully moving forward. So first thing I wanted to show you some highlights. I wanted to show you some membership trends. We have a new membership program that I'm going to speak a little bit about, that I'm going to let Corky Gaskell, our membership chair, talk about. Our website, our liability insurance policy, education, some conference incentives, the 2017 conference host, and newsletters. So first with the membership trends, if you look going down, up, it's the latest ones are the most appropriate, not appropriate, but the last numbers I have is 2013 to today. And in 2013, we were at 60 members. We dropped to 70 members. We dropped to 65 and 14. We got up to 91 members last year, and currently we're at 89, maybe more than that. But we're at 94 members currently. I truly believe before the end of the year we could hit the 100 member mark. Now this includes full members, associate members, and individual members. But I think this is just a wonderful thing. It shows that our organization is making some changes and doing some things and providing education, following our mission statement, and providing the things that we need to do to be a good organization. So I wanted to share that. The new member program. On this list, there's a list of teams that we approved this year to be a part of the new member program. The Vintage Baseball Organization of Central Florida, which is in Orlando. The Red Caps of Huntsville, Alabama. The Eastwood Iron Horses, which is in Dayton, Ohio. The Bluegrass Barons from Kentucky. Ironsides of Allegheny in Pennsylvania. The Stars of Smithville, Ohio. And then 3 members of the Essex Baseball Organization. The Lowell Baseball Club, the Rockinghams of Portsmouth, and the Clam Diggers of Newburyport. So we've increased that and allowed more, given more opportunities for new members to join and give some incentives to them joining. We hope to continue that grows. I'm going to give Corky an opportunity to talk just a little bit about that. So I'll hand it over to him.
You can't say just a little bit about this.
Okay, he's going to say maybe a lot about it. But I'll hand it over to Corky. I'll let him talk some.
The main thing I just wanted to mention here is first with these 9 clubs that just started. The top one there, Central Florida, they've already contacted me. They've had so much interest, there may be a second team forming very quickly. And the same with Red Caps of Huntsville. They had such a good turnout at their first set of matches that they're already in process. Starting one more and might have enough for an additional one after that. So the word is spreading, and these people the teams are growing. This new member program started in 2013. The first team that we had kind of as a pilot program was the Menominee Blue Caps out of Menominee, Wisconsin. And that was 2013, and I just got an email from them last week, 2 weeks ago. They are now starting another team in their area, about 45 miles northwest. So by us getting that first team started, the seeds are planting, and I think this is a great program. And I think we're going to see more and more teams come about because of these new clubs that are starting up. Was that little enough?
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. And I will tell you that without Corky running that program, it wouldn't be functioning. He's taking the bull by the horns. He contacts all those teams. He talks with them. They talk with him. He gives them all the information that we said that we would offer to them. And he's a great spokesperson for the VBBA and a helper in making sure that stuff happens.
Yes, man.
All right, I took a screenshot of the website. This is the front page of our website. Don't mind Eric Zinklich on the front. It just so happens that's the picture they used. We can probably find another, yeah. But I wanted to talk about the website. The website was an expensive venture, but a necessary venture. We had a very old, outdated website that was very hard to move through. It wasn't very user-friendly, and it was very stagnant. So we hired a person from Rochester, New York. She went in, redesigned it. I told her we wanted a vintage look, but we wanted something that was more up to date. And I thought she pulled off a really good job. Glenn Drinkwater, former trustee, former president, he knew her. He gave us her information, and Kelly did a wonderful job. Some things I want you to know about the website. It has team directories that are linked to team websites. If you've done that yet, I don't think we've inputted all that information. We do have a user-friendly how-to guide though you can use to do all that. Contact information, your social media pages. We have archived newsletters. We have a lot of the old newsletters dating back even to the beginning of the VBBA that we've been able to scan in. We have probably 3/4 of those done, and they've been scanned in and archived, and you can go to the website and get to those newsletters. It's pretty interesting stuff to go and see some of the things that were happening when we first began as an organization. It has a vendors page that's, I think, very easy to follow. Access to Amazon, and typically the page that shows up for the Amazon is all vintage baseball books to kind of make your search a lot easier. There's an option to game reporting that you can go on there and you can report your scores and the team you played with the date, and that will be logged in. And then we have this how-to guide, which I believe we have a few of them here today, that if you don't have one and you are a member and you're on the website and you need to do some work on it, let us know. We'll get you that how-to guide. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can put your logo, you can put all your contact information, whatever you want people to see when they look at your part of the directory. Would you like to add something, Ms. Brooks?
There's some copies of that guide on the VBBA table in this room. The vendors
In the cooler.
Cooler, join us.
All right, our liability insurance policy, I think, you know, besides the education, I do believe this might be another reason why we're seeing an increase in membership. We were able to secure a $1 million liability insurance policy for members of the VBBA. We pay for it, and what happens is if you are at a place and you need a certificate of insurance, because you're a member of the VBBA, you contact one of the officers. Usually somebody contacts myself or Dave or maybe Doug at some point. But they contact us. We contact W.E. Davis Insurance Company and just shoot them an email and say, hey, this team needs a certificate of insurance. I send her their email. They communicate. She prints it out, or she puts it in a PDF. They have it within a day. And I think we've gained some membership because of that, being able to institute that policy. And I think it's a very good policy to have. And I think our members like that because for some of them, it's saving them money because they're able to use ours as opposed to having to get their own. Like I said, it's quick and a hassle-free process. Education, you know, the core part of our mission statement, I believe, is the education part of it. And this year we did an 1864's rules interpretation. I mean the Rules and Customs Committee. That is headed by Paul Hunkel and Bill Diekman. They're our co-chairs. Marcus Dixon of the Lottie Oz, Glenn Drinkwater from New York is part of that. We worked really hard on that. It was a long year of looking at information and interpreting it and deciphering it and making sure that we thought it was the most accurate we could find based on what we've researched. Bill, Paul, Marcus, Glenn, they all worked hard, got it done. We just finished it last week. got it printed, and there is a copy for all of you over at this table. Please take one, look at it. Our comments are in the red. There's also a citation to help with one of the interpretations in the back of an article, and the way we printed it, it's very clear to read. It's in color. It's on color. It's a color copy, but I think it's really easy to read. It's not too difficult, not real blurry, but it's a very good interpretation piece. With doing that, we found that there's some things we need to fix on the 1860s rules. So we're going to go back, take care of that, and then we'll represent that. These are live documents because they're going to be on the website, so as things change, we'll change them and refix them on the website. But our Rules and Customs Committee works really hard to just give you guys the best information we can find, and it's all research. I mean, it's stuff we're finding over the years that happened. So it's good stuff that they can back up when they make their comments. This year you got a Haney's guide in your registration bag. That was something the VBBA wanted to give to all of you as a gift, as a thank you for being a part of the organization and coming to the conference this year. Last year we did a Beatles guide. Newsletters, we've tried with the newsletters to really provide a board summary and give you an opportunity to see what we do as a board. I think we met 10 months out of the 12 that we had. I'm one person that if we don't meet monthly, we don't get anything done. The bylaws say we're only supposed to meet quarterly. Quarterly's not enough. We have a lot of things that we accomplish as a board, and without those board members being a part of that and joining me month in, month out, we don't get those things done. It also has a few historical reports. You know, Eric Miklich tries to put some old game summaries. This year, I think we only got 1 or 2 out of that. But we just try to give you as much information as we can as we're thinking about what would you like to know, what would you like to see. So those are some things that we're working on. Let's see. Incentives. Each attendee will receive, there's a car sticker. We had these also in Tennessee. They were in my car last night. They were supposed to be in your bags. They're here today. They should be at the registration table. Take one. They fit nice on the back of your window. They're a very nice sticker. So please make sure you grab one over there. It is one per person. So if you don't mind, just take one, please. And a copy of the 1864 rules interpretation. This may be a little premature, but I believe the board will approve this. I am going to tell you that most likely and it could change, but as of right now, I don't believe it will. Most likely next year's VBBA host will be the Diamond State Baseball Club out of Delaware. And they're going to have the help of the Mid-Atlantic Vintage Baseball League to help them. And it's going to be held in Wilmington, March 10th through the 12th. So, like I said, we're going to talk as a board tomorrow morning. And you know, there might be something that changes, but I believe this will be our conference host. So you might want to go ahead and at least have the date in mind. If something changes tomorrow in our meeting at the morning, if that doesn't happen, we will let you know. Okay, last thing, just reiterating the fact that we got these newsletters. I think that's huge. When we got rid of the old site, or when the old site lost Billy Polifrone, when we switched some things over, we lost a bunch of the old newsletters. And we didn't know where they were. We couldn't get them back electronically. So Pick Diekman and a few other people, they had all these old newsletters. And we said, okay, let's scan them in, get them sent, and we'll get them back on the website. And it's taken some time, but this year we've gotten, like I said, 3/4 of them electronically scanned. We're planning on scanning the rest of them. We're also, for future hosts of conferences, we're planning on scanning that big conference binder and having it digital so that people who host, we just have to send that out digitally, or we put it someplace that they can access it. So these are the things we've really worked on. I feel that we're moving in the right direction. We're still moving in the right direction. I think we really focused on education, which is a core part of our mission statement. We provided some benefits to our members, things that maybe they haven't seen in a number of years. And so I hope that you enjoy your membership, and we appreciate your membership. I've appreciated the last 2 years, being able to lead the board and help do things with them. One other thing I would like to ask you to do, if you want, we have pins, VBBA pins that we're selling for $5. They're nice with the nice stud on the back that clips on. They're really nice pins. It's something that you can get. They're at the VBBA table along with other information. I thank you again for coming, and I hope you enjoy your the rest of your weekend. Gary, if you're in here, you're up.
You know, I've been Pop's right hand at least the last year. I'm the gopher in the VBBA. They don't have it in the title, but it's Gary. Gary, could you edit this material for me? Gary, could you check with the hotel and find out about the contract? On and on and on. I hope you guys are having a great time here. I'm a scout leader. I do this kind of stuff randomly. And I thought, what the heck, I can do this again. And thank you to Pig from the Long Nine for suggesting this site, saying, oh, you know, you can do a conference and it'll be affordable. The campground. We played here for what? Anybody can tell me? 20 years? Anybody can nod their head? 20 years. So we call this our home field, but we only play here once a year. First thing I have to tell you is if you're parked anywhere around the buildings, you need to move your cars to the parking lot down the road here, just straight ahead. Is the old guy around? There's an old guy running around telling me to move cars, and of course I was the first one he probably had to talk to because I parked right next to the building and blocked his way to the rest of the site. What else am I supposed to remember? Oh, I'm supposed to talk Bob Sampson from the ground squirrels. And I, because of course this lady, she's been trying to get her, is it great-grandfather?
Great-grandfather.
Great, right? And this is really hot stuff right now. Her great-grandfather, Doc Lucius Adams, it turns out, help me with the document, they just discovered some guy had it on a shelf that he bought for like nothing. The document that shows that in 1857, Lucius wrote down these rules of baseball that we're using. So it may be, and I know there's Saber guys in here, this may be a heretical statement, and it may be that Lucius Adams is the founder of baseball and not Cartwright. I'm sure Cartwright had a lot to do with it because everybody knows, there are people that don't know, he was a newspaper reporter, had kind of an English background, and he did a lot of documenting of the early ball games. Did I mess that up?
Yeah, okay, Chadwick.
Chadwick. I got a C in there. I was close. Chadwick. I'm sorry. Everybody's staring at me. I'm like, oh God, I'm in trouble. See, Shaw, who's running against me for that top job, he knows all that stuff. If you want that guy, he's here. That's all I got. So she's trying to get her great-grandfather into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and they have a veterans something committee that checks these guys out. They were what, 3 votes short this last time?
They were 3 votes short.
They were 2 votes short. So she asked Bob, she sent him a whole box of stuff. It's over here in our vendors area. Please look it over. She's an awesome lady. It turns out Bob suggested, what's her name?
Marjorie.
Sorry. I'm in a group with people that help me remember. Marjorie is the first person I asked to be our keynote speaker. And she was very kind in the response and said, thank you very much. Unfortunately, it turns out she's got another event this weekend that I didn't know about. She's a really cool lady. It's kind of interesting if you ever go Facebook. She has 2 Facebook pages. One's hers and the other's Doc's. And she always answers for Doc and for her. And you sit there and go, but he's a great-grandfather. He's not out there on Facebook doing this stuff. So please take some time to look at that. Is Pop's waving at me that I talked too long yet? No, okay, good. I'll try to put the posters up for the different sessions. It's real simple, 1, 2, 3. And because she's the boss lady, I put her in the palace. So if you go to 1, that's a really nice living room setting. Maybe you can get 30 people in there standing up. It's warmer than this room. It's warmer than this room. We're going to have John Stinky Friars here. He's an awesome guy. His books are over there on the side. He's been with the VBBA. He's a Saber guy. I didn't do him up justice on my introductory thing. So if you want to see him, I've got him doing 2 presentations. Boss Lady's doing 2, the first 2. So if you want to get to see her, she told me that she should be the keynote speaker. So you guys let me know later on. The guys on the board overruled. We were trying to get a baseball guy to be the keynote. So give it to me later on. If I screwed up, I can take it. Those are my guys. There was a guy that's reenacting the baseball player. He'll be over on that side. If you want really good advice, I've got the Veterans Committee. I looked for the teams that our team modeled our team about, and that's the Ground Squirrels, it's the Grinders, and the Vermilion Bulls. And those guys, they're the grand old guys of the game as far as I'm concerned, in a positive light. They'll be over doing a presentation over, I think it's at the far table. And they've been through the ups and downs of keeping a team together and how do you manage the money. And the fun part is they've been CCing me the last month. They've had this conversation and emails on, well, you know, what we should do, why don't we do it, and what do you think? So I'm thinking they're prepared. That's what I'm giving you. Did I missed presenters? Am I in trouble? Did I forget somebody important? Who else were you introducing? Bob Sampson. Bob's a professor of history at Millikan. It turns out he's a college classmate of mine, but I'm not going to hold that against him. At Eastern Illinois, he was on the newspaper when I was on the radio station. He's an awesome guy. Did I forget any of our presenters that I'm supposed to remember? I put my list on another wall. I have no memory for that. I'm in trouble. That's another vote against me. Anybody have any questions? Things that they're... I'll try to post the afternoon. We're looking for ladies to play with the ladies. Right now I'm up to, I think, 5. Is that including you, Scooter?
I'll play.
Scooter is the Tom Hanks guy in the movie, and he's been working with these ladies. So I immediately thought of Scooter for that reason. I've got 3 or 4 ladies that are at the conference that volunteered to play. They wanted to play with mitts. They'll play with our ball. And I don't care. Just go out and have a good time. If you'd like that experience, that'll be at 1:30, and we're going to do that on the field we play on, which is right by the hotel. And then the bound pool game will be in the field that we use, and the no bound pool will be on the other side of the parking lot. I pray to God that we don't have any foul balls hitting the cars that are parked back there, but I think we'll be all right. It's pretty deep. This afternoon, I apologize about the shuttle. I screwed up. I should have made sure there was one at lunchtime, so if you don't have your uniform, we don't care. We're here to play baseball. Am I right? Everybody's okay with me tonight? You can yell at me later. Did I leave anything out? Anybody needs to know?
What, balloting, people give me the ballots of the election.
So you're,
They got the dog, you're happy to hold them?
Scooter? No, those go to Freight Train. Freight Train
Great training.
for the elections. Please go to the silent auction table. I've got a computer set up. If you can't get online another way, that'll help us to break even. I don't want the $4,500 debt that the VBBA had to do last year. And the T-shirts. I only bought 95 of them for my closest friends. So if you could buy one of these T-shirts, I think, other than the fact that I didn't get the salmon color, I think they came out real well. $20. They've got them over here. I've got small to XXX. So please think about that. It'll help us to pay our bills. We're not making money on this thing. So how am I doing, Pops? All right. So thank you everybody for coming. If you got any questions, anything is not working for you, when you see me, yell at me. It's fine. I'll give you what you need to know. Thank you everybody.